In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add a table of contents to a document in Microsoft Word. So as you can see in the sample document that I've got open today, I have got some clearly defined sections in red writing here that I would like to include in my table of contents. In total, there are 6 sections that I'm going to include. So to get started, I'm going to go back to the very start of my document here, and I'm just going to go to my Layout tab and insert a Next Page break. That's just going to allow me to click on this first page and orientate it to portrait mode. Okay, so this page is now ready to add in the contents. Now usually if you've set up your page correctly and actually styled up each of these headings, all you'd have to do is go to your References tab up here and just throw in the very first automatic table of contents that Microsoft Word has created for you. Unfortunately though, when I zoom in here, it says no table of contents entries can be found. Okay, that's probably what's happened to you as well. That's probably why you're watching this video. What we need to do is actually tell Microsoft Word that each of these red sections need to be included in our contents. And to do that, what you'll need to do is go back to your Home tab and add one of these styles to these headings. Okay, and preferably we need to use heading 1 or heading 2. So what I'm going to do is highlight the first heading that I want in my contents page. It says Mind Map. And if I was to click on this heading 1 style, you'll notice that my text, if I just click it, goes to this skinny blue font, which doesn't really look like a heading anymore, and I don't want to include it like that. So what I'm going to do is still keep this highlighted, and I'm going to right click on the heading 1 style, and I'm going to modify it. Now from this Modify Style dialog box that appears, go right down to the bottom left corner and choose Format. And the first thing you want to do is change the numbering. That means we're just going to put numbered bullets next to each of the headings. So select the 1, 2, 3 there and click OK. Next thing we're going to do is go back to Format and change the font. This is where you get to change the look of the font. So I'm going to change my font to Calibri. I'm going to make it bold, size 14, and I'm going to choose this red color and click OK. Now in my preview you can see it looks pretty similar to what I just had. If you wanted to, you could go to paragraph here actually and add a little bit of line spacing. I think I've got 1.5 line spacing on mine, so I'm just going to have to change this number to 1.5 and click OK. So I think that's all formatted up and ready to go. So when I click OK, my heading doesn't really change. Okay, but that now, if I click on this style, will be included as part of my table of contents. Now if I just go back up here, you can see that this contents page has got the number 1 next to it. I'm just going to backspace that. I don't know why that happened, but that was going to stuff my numbering system up, but you can see it's all better now. So you've got number 1, Mind Map. I'm going to go down here to the required equipment now. You can see it's got the number 1 next to it, which is wrong, but if we click on this heading 1 style, bang, it's all fixed up. And it's got the number 2 next to it, it's got the formatting we want. And it's just a matter of now going through your document and styling up each of those headings with this heading 1 option. Just going to go down to the second last one here. This will be number 5, and the evaluation will be number 6. Done. You'll see this little black arrow next to each of them now too, and you can minimize and maximize those sections if you want as well. So that's another handy little feature of having a table of contents all set up with this heading style. Okay, but anyway, let's go back to this table of contents and see what's happened. Absolutely nothing. What we need to do is just click in it and click the Update Table option there. And when you do that, all of those 6 sections that we just highlighted before will now appear. And it's up to you if you want to format this some more. You might want to change what it says here to Table of Contents. You can even highlight this and play around with how it looks. Might want to make it a bit bigger. If you wanted to, you could highlight all the text here, add in some line spacing. So I'll just highlight all this. Oops. Just by clicking and dragging over it. Maybe put double line spacing in. That's about all I really need to do to it. Okay, so that's how you add a table of contents to a document in Microsoft Word.